Hi, from Gabriele of Statistical, the statistical consulting service that aids your company, organization, better if small, or individuals to take decisions that agree more with the different domains of statistics. Today we have a case that comes from app developers, and they say this. They want a comprehensive analysis of the game's daily revenues over the past weeks and to show potential trends observed within the revenue data. They specify the source, an Excel that you see in the background. The deliverables, as you probably know, I hate PowerPoints. Then they expect key findings, key graphical representation, hypotheses, and so on. Honestly, this part seems to come from ChatGPT because I think except this part, they just repeated what they already wrote. So let's see the data. We have 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. And again, if you saw other videos I did, you will understand that we have just one sheet, and I expect another one where they specify the meaning of the columns, because in this case I know what it means, and it means daily active users. But I know it because I know some lingo of the apps. Then this is clear, this is clear. This one I had to Google it. It means in-app purchase, and the NB purchases I couldn't find it on Google. So as you can see, until here I got lucky. So the data documentation wasn't strictly necessary. Here, no. Also in this case, this luck that would have taken them 4 minutes, exaggerating, would have costed a message, or even worse, a call. But you will understand going further in the video that most likely it would have led to a call. Let's go to see the analysis, where of course into Tableau. This is the story that already contains the dashboard, and the useful function of Tableau is that it allows you to create stories that looks like slides in PowerPoint. So as you can see, we have a decreasing trend for daily active users, and you see we have a seasonality, and the seasonality depends by the weekday. That is, obviously people play more on the weekends. Then we have the revenues part. We see that also in this case we have a decreasing trend, a significant one. We have again seasonality, something that in marketing they call bias. I don't understand why, but anyway. And the revenues of course depend on the day. Surprisingly, here we see also Friday, but the rest seems quite obvious. Then I did this calculated field, how daily active users divided by spenders. I called it converted, but I don't think it is the most rigorous name for this kind of variable. And you see that even though the revenues look pessimistic and a big red flag, the converted after all looks stable. Which problems do I see with this kind of request? First of all, that they provided 6 columns of data, nothing else of the app. I don't know which kind of app is, which kind of game it is, how often they update the game, which competitors they have, which kind of business plan they have, freemium or something else. I think here it's freemium. Which kind of ads do they use? I see a lot of ads of games on the smartphone, that the ads show one thing and the actual game is completely different. And that is honestly dishonest, and I wonder why none of them got legal problems already, but of course I can't follow which get legal problems from the ads. So as you can see, I have a lot of information missing. So this kind of analysis is almost useless, because you can't take decisions on this. Because I don't know a lot of stuff that you can just tell me if you write me a document, if we have a call, and so on. What lesson can you bring home from this video? That if you send me data beside the documentation, add some context. What do you do? How do you do it? If you have ads and some KPI also of the company. Because otherwise I have to guess, and of course, one, it takes more time. Second, it will cost more. And even after you give me all that data, a statistician won't result enough to actually change your situation. Of course, it can give you a meaningful analysis, but then you need the strategy to act based on that data. That means generally something that deals with marketing or app features developed by the developers of the app. That's all for today. Bye and see you the next time.